Time in California is 9:57 p.m. and I'm about to take my happy ass to sleep in a second. I'm just trying to get some things out the way. You know, it's interesting because my mom and my dad started courting my mom since seventh grade. He was born in 1941 and she was born in 1942. Shreveport, Louisiana. For him, he was in Moortown. Anyway, it's interesting to see how journeys carry out. Let me say again that even if my dad is gone from one form, he has taught me well, and I have lived through his journey. And now I see why he says what he says, because it's not do as I say, it's do as I do. And now I see why he did what he did and the decisions he made, and he was happy with his freedom. Oh my God, I like being single. It's very yum yum. So a few things here. Some of you guys know I'm a magnet. I attract all kinds of stuff going on. Everything comes in series of threes, and for whatever reason, it's going to sound messed up because dudes do this all the time. You ever meet somebody, pass your business cards out, and just network so much you don't know who the hell you're talking to. You think it's one person, but it's somebody else. And I don't know. I need to stop flirting with the Uber drivers. I just get to know everybody. Does everybody be laughing and have a good time? And I talked to a dude tonight, and I thought it was another Anthony, but it's another Anthony because there's the 23-year-old youngster, and I blocked him, I thought, but I got a message from this other one, and he's 37. He helped me to bring my groceries in the other day, and it was funny. He remembered because he has never met anybody like me. I made him laugh. Like, I really am a cool ass person. He had a good time just with the ride and the tip and everything. Not that type of tip, okay? I stopped giving out those type of gratitude tips since baby daddy just but he's 37 and we're talking. So I felt embarrassed because I thought he was one person, he was somebody else. But he's like, you know, what's up? I haven't heard from you in a couple of weeks. What happened to you? Like, I'm still thinking about you. Like, I really had fun with you. What's going on? And he lives right around the corner from me. I forgot about that. I just talk and make conversation. I don't know. I'm a Libra. Libras, you know how we get down. We just love everybody. We just sit there and just make it happy. We're harmonious and charming. Anyway, same with Leos too. And Geminis. And Aries. Yeah, I don't know. Let me stop. Anyway, many others. But anyway, I was catching up with him, but it's weird because it's that time of year. I'm not big on Valentine's Day. It's commercialized to me. Because the same love you should be showing to that loved one 365 days a year. You spend all this money on flowers and gifts and just whining and dining. The restaurant's going to be packed just to go ahead and get you some celebration pussy or some wee-wee, whatever's going on. Just for that one day. You should be doing it anyway. Most of us do it anyway anyways. And plus I have a bad connect with Valentine's Day. But even for last year, it's interesting because I remember how me and baby daddy's Valentine was. It was cool, but he tried to make it work. I give him credit. I still have pictures from that too, but it was still a hot mess. I don't know. It's not necessary for me. I'm low maintenance. Let's do that any other day. It doesn't have to be that day. Same with Mother's Day, same with Father's Day, same with all these celebrations of different holidays, dude. If you love someone, just love on them like 365. It doesn't have to be just one specific date. Don't be a sheeple. Come on, people. But anyway, I am not looking for a relationship, though I'm open to love. Okay, there's a difference here. And I'm attracting all kinds of stuff in my pores again. Tiffany, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not even wearing bracelets anymore. I give them the bracelets. I'm still attracted. Shit is getting worse. I don't know. I'm radiating all kinds of stuff. So things come in sets of threes. There's things I have to do tonight, you guys. I'm supposed to be on bed rest until tomorrow, and I can go to work. I'm cleared. That's a good thing. He's just watching my heart and seeing how I interact as I do different activities. So I can't do anything of high stress. Stress has played a large part, and that's another reason why I appreciate Dante for the person he's been on my journey, but he's taught me a lot of lessons and added to my stress and be a liability, making my health worse rather than being a healer. Too much stress and anxiety and shit I did not sign up for. And it gets to the point it affects your body now, including my heart, connected to my thyroid. So some things will peak me off. So I can't do. See, I'm a tomboy. I like to sit there and go paintball. I go to the shooting range, you know what I'm saying? I don't sit there and wrestle, you know what I'm saying? Box, you know what's going on? Even playing video games, I'll talk shit. I get into it. But I can't do anything that's high stress and high cardio. So I still am walking and pacing myself. I like to walk. I like air. I like to be outside. And that's another thing too I'm working on. I love the fact that I'm alone so I can do my own regimen. So I just finished doing meal prep. So tomorrow I have a mix of some, it's more of a sweet chili type of shrimp, and also some the curry shrimp mixed with some orange chicken that I did with the air fryer, with the jasmine rice, with the lime, cilantro, jasmine rice. It's healthy. Lime juice in there too. And also that mix, that spice I got from the owner of that spice company over the weekend. And for Cuz, I'll respond back to you with his information. But he had a stand on Saturday at the meat counter at Ghazali's at Eastmont Mall. And so they're giving appetizers, like little samplers out. So the chicken, fish, even on vegetables, like even for deviled eggs and for even for tomatoes. It was so good. So I tried it on my stuff and it's yum yum. But I like his business card. I'm gonna send it to you. Support local businesses, y'all. But anyway, things for me come in threes. So where I dropped one, or in this case for this weekend, I dropped two between baby daddy and for Scorpio. I can't do it liabilities. I really am learning what I really do want in life and what makes me happy. So even if it can be cool for a part of the journey, that's not meant for me. So just keep it moving. I like selfless people, people who make you think and spark you and have a lot more out there than just your dick. I don't know. I'm not trying to sit there and dirty Mac like that. It's just I'm evolving. Don't forget I preferred lesbian, okay? And they know that too, but just still, I'm just over the whole same pattern. Even if I don't care what age it is, sometimes you just need to grow up and you wonder why you keep getting what you keep getting because you're still the same person. Sometimes you gotta grow, bro. You feel me? That's the definition of insanity. If you keep doing the same stupid ass shit, making the same poor decisions, still acting the same bad patterns, doing the same toxic things, you're still doing the same type of like small-minded thinking, but yet you expect a different result from the person that you're doing this to? Insanity. Gotta do better. We're too old for this shit. But it's all a part of a journey. It had to happen the way it was destined to, and I'm not downgrading that part. I just know it's okay to evolve past certain people. Let it happen. And don't be ashamed of that. You're not better than them. You're just on a different journey. Let's keep that in mind too. And so even for baby daddy, I'm sure he comes in patterns. Because I know I'm addicting. I get that, yada, yada. But just every time it's still the same person. I'm over it. I can't do it. I don't care how cute you look on the outside. You gotta have more to bring to that table, bruh. I'm just evaluating life, and I really am happy where I am with this part. Because I remember how my dad was with my mom, and they were arguing fights so often. That's all I remember is them arguing all the time. And then my mama was a hoe. She was doing stuff behind his back that I remember. That was so messed up. Not just with my stepdad. There's people before him. Everybody knew. But I love how my dad kept it honest and transparent. And so when he finally got off on his own for the first time, as his whole thing was to sit there and be that real good man for my mother and provide and be my dad was a damn good dad. But he never had a chance to get his identity until he divorced from my mom the first time. Well, no, the only time, because he divorced from her. But then after she sat there and bounced back from a stepdad who she married twice, she went back to my dad, played him again. But he loved her. But my mama got some issues. We're going to get there next. Not a replay, some new shit. So I'm sitting here trying to get my game plan together. But when my dad moved, if you guys remember, my dad had the condo on Mountain Boulevard. And I think my brother Yancey, he was going to either Skyline or Oakland Tech. And he had that first Mustang that my dad helped him build up. You know what I'm saying? My dad gave him a few Mustangs. But, God, the 67s be getting it for me. I can't be doing coupe. You have to have a convertible, blood. I don't know. That's where Too Short comes from. That's where I grew up in the 80s. Come on now. But I saw how my dad created himself, and he didn't have to answer anybody. Even if he couldn't cook perfectly, I love my dad, but that's how I learned how to cook though. It was, he was trial and error. But my dad, who had a barbecue, he could barbecue the hell out of some stuff. But to come into his warm home, I had to come visit him when I came to visit him at the condo on Mountain Boulevard, across the street from the Oakland Naval Base. He'd have it so warm in there, like just like not warm in temperature, but it just felt relaxed. Had the jazz playing. He had it so built up. It was the whole opposite of what my mama had. Like my daddy was a smooth ass dude. And he was just happy. He was living his life. You know what I'm saying? My daddy got around and lived his best single life. I say it like that. Don't have to come home to anybody. Don't have to answer the shit. Just do what the fuck you want to do. It's your life. I get it. So, and not just once, even for twice. I mean, I've seen my dad go through some shit. I've just seen him go through the top of the mountain to the trenches and back up even higher. Like my dad was cool. Even for the when he passed away or was murdered, and he was going through with his the woman who had him murdered, the second wife thing, has the same birthday as my mother, and they favor each other terribly in all forms. God, when I see him the next life, I'm be like, what were you thinking, blood? This daddy, no. But I'll never forget, we moved out. No, he moved. Let's see, what was that? That was in 2000 and, was it 2007 or 8? 2007 or 8. No, it had to be 2007 because that's when I had my cosmetic surgery, and I'll never forget that happened. But when we moved out of tenant, because it was too much going on, she just wasn't making the cut. Section 8. There's some good Section 8 tenants out there. Don't get me twisted. But she was a hot mess, and she wasn't paying her rent or her half, and just tore our whole the property up. That was the house that Daddy moved into, and he ended up eventually getting murdered in front of. But he said, he was working in that place as he was doing a turnover, because he's ripping the carpets up and cleaning up her mess after she moved out. And this is why he's still with his second wife. And he was like, he felt such a peace of mind in that place. He just laid down and said, you know what? I'm not going back to that other place over there. I'm staying right here. This is my home. This is where I'm going to stay. And he gained again his independence. And Daddy was so happy. I mean, I get it where he comes from, because we could be social loners. So we can go, like he would go to San Francisco by himself and just have a good ass time. Like even for me over the weekend, I went to Round One by my damn self. I invited people, but I preferred my own company. I had a good time. You meet people along the way. You can sit there and play your music, do what the hell you want to do. But just be you. You don't have to worry about no arguing, no fighting, no extra. You don't want to talk about that shit. Just have fun, but just do what the fuck you want to do. That was my daddy. My daddy could sit there and take trips to Vegas. And I remember that I get it from my daddy. You don't always have to be out cheating and all this other stuff and sleep with somebody. Sometimes you just enjoy your own company. That's like being with, it's 10-10 right now. That's like you doing with people all day long in your face. Whether it be family or your job or somebody calling for a favor or whatever else, it gets to be exhausting after a while. So even if you're bubbly and happy and be cool, self-care and time to yourself is very important. So I get what my dad was saying. That's how you learned how to build your own identity and love and explore yourself. What do you like to do? Some people get in relationships, get lost, and just don't know what the fuck they even like anymore. I don't know. I've been there. But I really am okay with my own company. So for tonight, if I want to have some shrimp and some orange chicken and some rice, whatever the fuck I'm about to do, I'm doing what I want to do. I don't have to sit there and keep answering to people. It's nice to interact and have that companionship every once in a while if you're feeling like that. But I'm not missing nothing on relationship. I'm relationship out. At least for right now. I'm taking my time, damn it, but I keep attracting. So, things for me come in threes. So, it has been the dude I met over the weekend, the Virgo, who's 60, who has a clothing business, has a gift for me. He was a comedian. Little short, little cute little chum chum. He's a Virgo. Dad and granddad into church and all kinds of fun stuff. But he got in contact with me. I'm feeling some type of way about him. I don't know why, but I'm going to trust my instincts and just keep him at a distance. He's a pretty Ricky, little short little thing, but I don't know. He's not solid. And then I have the The Uber driver contacted me. Even now, he went to come over tonight. He wanted to come over earlier and trying to reconnect. And he's 37 and he has 2 jobs too. I'm not in the mood. I'm just exhausted I'm just mentally exhausted. Not expect anything, but just want to come by and say hi. That's how it starts. Nah, dude, I'm feeling some type of way. I need to stop giving my number out to the Uber drivers. Stop being so friendly. And then there is another gentleman, Demario, who is also a Virgo, who bounces as Libras. And I keep running into him since before 2011, actually, because I met him before that. He was a photographer. I ran into him at an event and kept running into him after. And he really is a nice guy, very spiritual. In fact, he helps people too as far as caregiver, because I worked on both sides. And we connected again yesterday on BART. And I was like, wait a minute. What's your name? He was like, Mario. I was like, no, Demario. He was like, yeah. I was like, it's Tammy or TJ. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. And I saw the pictures from 2011. We last saw each other in person. We connected on Facebook after that. But God, we had a picture together, prom pose. It was cute. And he invited me to come over tonight or this evening. And I'm too tired. Before he went to work, he's going to work right now. And then what about tomorrow? He's making an effort. He really has always been a sweet guy, but I was just too busy with other things going on. He's always been a sweetheart. But I'll be going over there tomorrow to visit. But I'm not looking for a relationship. It's nice to connect, but I'm not looking. So we'll talk about that too. God. So things come in sets of 3 for me, you guys. So aside from that, I am doing some brainstorming. Because there's some things that are happening. I need to get some things out of my system and off my chest. So as some of you guys already know, the journey that I've been through with my mother, who I have a domestic violence order against, I gave her a soft order. Soft order, the most minimal thing. So just stay 5 feet away from me and whatever else. She still violated that even since then, even since in recent months. And seeing her at Foods Co. She can go anywhere else to stay away from you. You have to beeline your ass towards me. Like you're trying to start some shit again. She looks so miserable and just sick. Amazing how karma works. And there's also something I want to have taken off her record too, because there's something she did in retaliation that backfired on her. And the things I could have said and should have said, I did not say in court because my son was there. And out of respect for him, as everybody knows about the abuse I've been through, been raped, molested, even the day that my mom went to jail the first time on September 22nd, 2018, for jumping on my stepdad. He was celebrating and happy and fist bumping and also tried to fuck on me that night too. And I told her. And it's just not the first time. He has tried to sit there and approach my aunts, my cousins, the across the street neighbor, church people. My mama knows. She knows she married a hoe. She was a hoe too. That's they were hoeing together. But that's part of the reason why she retaliated against me, because look at the days that situation happened when I actually served for the papers just to get her to stop the abuse. Some of you guys have seen the whole full clips of her, the audio and the visual of her attacking me. Even when I had radiation, whatever I was going through, my mother really has a mental illness, not just to me, but to my stepbrothers, even my brother growing up, my stepdad, even tried to kill my dad with an axe. My mama has a history. There's a reason why the police kept coming up there. But because people start finding out, and because I start telling what happened behind those closed doors, even coming into prayer for her when she was locked up, I just wanted her to stop the abuse. I had bruises on my body, all kinds of shit. And I'm not going to fight. Now, if I was back in my late teens or early 20s, that's my mom will go out, and I had no problem back then. But since then, that's still my mother. I'm not going to beat up no old lady. But she's attacking me, and then when I play victim, you know how that goes. If you ever try to fight back or just push her back, all of a sudden she's trying to sit there and scratch and choke the shit out of you and stab you to death. All of a sudden now she's a victim. She even busted my stepdad upside the head with the radio, and the police come up there too after I'd been out that situation and left from that situation. But everything is everybody else's fault, but it's never hers. My mother truly has a mental illness. For real, for real. But whatever she alleged in retaliation, because once I served those papers, she tried to do something retaliation back to me that backfired on her. And she tried to put my son showed up. He did not need to be in that situation to begin with, even though he knows about what goes on, but not the full story. So when the judge asked my son, do you know why there's such an anger issue or rage between your mother and your grandmother? Nobody wanted to speak about the abuse and what the real situation was. He just said it's both of them. No, there's a problem because my mother blamed me for why she went to jail. And she started attacking me physically and going into my purse and taking my wallet physically and attacking me. I have camera footage of her doing this. She blames me for why her husband is trying to hit on me and come at me. But then there's a Stockholm Syndrome thing. And she gave my sex tapes I had made for my boyfriends back in high school, and even further, to her husband to keep and watch. And you wonder why. And you knew that he was trying to hit on me and all this other stuff because I talked to her and let her know this needs to stop. And she's mad because she blames me now. It's my fault even since I was a kid? Really? Come on, bruh. But my thing is that if I actually did it, it'd be one thing to own your bullshit. But whatever she alleged in there, I just want everything fully cleared off the record for her retaliation factor. And in addition to that, she still is trying to maintain contact with me, even in running into me. Just stay away from me. Why are you coming towards me? Stop it. So I need to get a full restraining order. I had this weird prophetic dream last night. I just feel something coming. I trust my gut more and more because it does manifest. So I'm going to do some damage control and do preventive maintenance. There's a reason why I'm changing my name. She's trying, even through her sister's trying to sit there and indirectly find me, trying to reconnect. Bitch, I have a restraining order against you. What are you doing? Stay away from me. But I just need her to stay away, and I need to make sure it's right. You know how us, so for Libras, we are a thing about scales of truth and justice. So I need to get this cleared. I have a restraining order against her. If she did some retaliation shit, and it's not fair, it's not in truth, so I'm going to have to clear my name now. So where I can do this by myself because I have paralegal experience, I have no problem with that. Or I could pay an attorney another set of a few stacks to sit there and do it for me, which I don't trust anymore. I have a couple programs and resources through domestic violence shelters and other things that I'm still working with that have actually worked in my favor that can do it for me and help me. So I'm going to get that done in the next couple months. Everything is coming into alignment for a reason. And even talking to my therapist would mean a lot because this is clearing everything so I can make closure and move on, but it has to be done right. The same way my dad whipped her ass in court because she lied and did fraudulent shit, my mama set people up. This is not her first go around. He beat her ass in court too. She had to pay him $50,000. I'm not even looking for the money, but I'm gonna make my name right. So whatever she did, her sisters knew. Her sisters knew about the abuse because they sat there and told me several times, I'm so sorry this happened to you, Tammy. And, I told your mother it's not a good idea to leave you with your brother. And Winston did such and such to me too. This and the other. I'm hearing the stories of him trying to come at my aunts too, among others in our family. They have seen that even for these recent years, I would sit there and say, Mama, I'm praying for you to shake my head. You guys see me buck up when it comes to this. It's not worth the battle. I really just back down and just say, I pray for you and just walk away from it. And that'll make her want to attack you even more. They have seen it. They have never seen me aggress towards my mother. And they even called her evil. But then now when I help her, what the fuck is wrong with you? You've seen her abuse my brother too. Like, what's wrong with you? So I can't fuck with my family on that side anymore. I don't have a desire to, but I want to make sure my name is cleared though. On record. I have to. I just feel something in the air. I don't want any more bullshit. I need her to stay away from me. Don't come looking for me. You won't even know my name, know nothing. There's a reason why I'm cutting off that side of the family, but my spirit is bothering me. And my candle is torching, which also shows me even confirmation even more. There's a lot of energy being burned because something is happening. I get it. I had that weird ass dream last night. That's fucking with me. So I keep listening to what Daddy said even after he passed away, and I hired a medium. And she kept saying, Daddy kept saying, protect myself, protect yourself. I know, I get it. Psalms 91, I get it. So that is on my schedule, you guys. And what I'm going to do starting tomorrow morning is, even though I can't do heavy cardio because of my heart, so I get it right, I still want to do some type of exercise just to start the morning off right. So how do you start your mornings off? So for me, I prep my meals for the lunch, make sure I do eat. That's something for moving forward. I'm still going to walk, but have my lunch break walking around the mall. And just walk. I like to walk, just listen to music, just have my time alone. And to make sure I eat. But in the morning, some type of either meditation or Pilates or yoga, but do something to help jumpstart me. So that's my thing. I'm going to look online and find that Beachbody thing, do something, but I'm going to do something, start a routine. But I like having the routine where I can do my own thing. I have to sit there and keep catering to people. You rush to come to bed because you want some, oh Lord Jesus, or can I have a snack, whatever the fuck else. I don't know. I like being single. And I'm thinking about that singles event that's coming up the 16th. I really am not rushing for a relationship. It's nice to have people to hang out with, but I don't know. I really am feeling my own flow. And I still have to ask too if they even like have a thing for LGBTQ, not just heterosexuals, because I'll be more into females than dudes. I'm so serious. And this is going to be interesting because I can already see Scorpio showing up to that event because he has a copy of the invite too. It's for all the singles. It's a free event in Vallejo. But I'm not really feeling it. I really am enjoying my own space and just taking everything in. Sometimes it's okay to just be alone and just chill and breathe and do what the fuck you want to do. Shit. Anyway, you guys, don't mind me. I'm thinking out loud, enjoying myself. You guys have a good evening.